exciting day to be here with you in Powell County and here in Slade and here in this beautiful, beautiful and one of our best state parks in Kentucky. You know, it's no secret that we're going through some pretty tough economic times, and we're all experiencing those, but even though we're going through those, it is not a time to hunker down and hide.
Right.
Instead, it's a time for us to be even more aggressive in investing in our state and in our communities. And that's what we're here today to do. I'm here today to present a check for $429,130 to the Powell County Fiscal Court. Yay! That, as many of you know, is going to be combined with a $150,000 match from the county for a total of about a little over $579,000. And it is going to be used to help construct a new welcome center here in Slade at the intersection of the Bert T. Combs Mountain Parkway and the Red River Gorge National Scenic Byway. Now, some people would ask, why? Why here? Particularly, people that are from outside of the Commonwealth would suggest to you that Kentucky is the sum of some of its better-known exports. Things like horses, bourbon, college basketball, and yes, even fried chicken. Well, Kentucky is all of those things. But first and foremost, it is a land of exquisite natural beauty. And all you've got to do is walk outside here and look around to know just what we're talking about. From its limestone cliffs to the sycamore-lined creeks that we have, from our rolling hills, rolling pastures, deep, dark caves, woods, dark, deep woods, our lakes. Kentucky is a land of mystery. It's a land of diversity, and it's a land of scenic awe when it comes to our natural beauty. Think about it: Cumberland Falls, Mammoth Cave, the Palisades, Daniel Boone National Forest, and yes, Natural Bridge. As the judge mentioned, visitors come from other states, and indeed they come from all over the world to see this beauty that we have. And no place captures that beauty any more than the Red River Gorge. It's famous throughout the United States. Its natural splendor, its historic and geologic significance. This gorge is a textbook for the curious and a playground for the adventurous. People hike here, they rappel here, they watch birds, they camp, they participate in an array of outdoor activities. For a while now, visitors have gotten their information about this whole area from an old railroad caboose that has served as a temporary welcome center. For years, a permanent welcome center was just a dream, made unreachable by a lack of available money. But today, we're going to start and we'll be breaking ground on a new visitor center, a reality that's made possible by the Transportation Enhancement grant and the match from the county. This new welcome center is going to serve as a gateway to the Scenic Byway and to Natural Bridge State Resort Park. I have no doubt that it is going to be a huge boon to both Powell County, its tourism efforts, its adventure tourism efforts, and not only Powell counties, but the entire state of Kentucky. And it will support the federal government's goal of directing travelers through what they call gateways to adventures. It's going to be a 2,300 square foot center. It'll have a lobby for visitors and tourist-related displays, office space for staff, a conference room, a gallery for rotating exhibits, and of course, restrooms. It will also serve as a transportation museum, displaying and interpreting the historic relationship between railways and the development of Powell County, plus the impact that railways have had on the Red River Gorge, on Natural Bridge, on Daniel Boone Forest. This is going to be a perfect example of federal, state, and local officials working together to tout one of our state's and one of this nation's premier attractions. It's an example of the type of investment that we must find ways to make, even in tough times like this. Now, I know you all realize that this recession has had an impact on everybody, from families to businesses, from communities to local government, and yes, to state government. 5 times since I've taken office, I've had to rebalance our budget. And that's just in about 22 months I've been governor. Usually a governor only has to do that twice in 4 years. And this coming budget, the one that we will be dealing with in January in the General Assembly, promises to be one of the toughest that we've ever had to do. Why is that? Well, I think we all are getting the feeling that this economy is beginning to turn the corner and that things are going to slowly and surely start building up and getting better. And I believe that. I think that's where we are. But unfortunately, our tax revenues continue to sink. And there's a very easy explanation for that. We got a lot of people out of work. Since May of 2008, there's about 100,000 Kentuckians. When you're not working, you're not paying taxes. When you're not paying taxes, we don't have the tax revenue because 75% of the tax revenues that we take in at the state level come from income tax, personal income tax, and sales tax. And when you're not working, you're not paying personal income tax and you're not making purchases. So, because unemployment will be about the last thing that recovers, and that's the way it always is in these kinds of recessions. That's why our tax revenues are going to be a lot slower to recover than the general economy. But we will recover. That's the good news, is that we will come out of this. We've been working hard to keep everybody's heads above water as we've gone through this. We've done a lot of things in the short term to try to make sure that we bring all of the people in Kentucky through this as best we can. But we've got some great times ahead of us. We've got the chance to take advantage of some tremendous opportunities. And we do that by, even in these tough times, making this kind of investment. I mean, it would be very easy to just not do these kinds of things right now with the excuse of, well, times are tough. But it's exactly when times are tough that you need to be aggressive. And that's what we're doing here. So it is with a great deal of pride and a great deal of happiness that I congratulate the Powell County Fiscal Court on making a great application, because this just didn't come out of the thin air. They had to work for this, and they worked hard for it. They wrote a great application. And now it's my pleasure to present a check for $429,130 to Judge Farmer, the Fiscal Court, any of those who are here, Craig Dawson of the Powell County Economic Development Authority. Let's do it.